Hey y'all, it's Nancy the Handy Scandy. Welcome back for another crafty venture.
And today I bring you the unboxing of Tim Holtz Ideology Halloween 2025. I have been privileged enough to get the whole kit and caboodle, as well as the Christmas kit collab with Simon Says Stamp. I released that video earlier today, and I'm here to look at the unboxing of Ideology. So let's go ahead and get on into it.
Hey y'all, welcome back. This is Nancy the Handy Scandy. Thanks for clicking on my video. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If this is your first time here, I am so happy that you're joining us. If you are returning, you know that I love you, that I appreciate you, and I'm so happy that you're here with me today. I am going to be sharing the Ideology release. If you watched Tim Holtz earlier in the month, you would have seen it, but I rarely get much Ideology at all. And even more rare do I buy the whole thing, but this time I just did. I was putting items in my cart and quickly found out that that was going to be much more expensive than buying the whole bundle. So this Stamp Timber, this was not a collab. It wasn't special priced or anything. Well, I guess the bundle price may have been because of Stamp Timber. I don't know, but I did get it at a bundled price. Can't remember what it was, but I'm just going to go ahead and jump on in. And some things I'll take out of their packages, some things I won't. But there's this pack of confections. I love that. It's so fun. There's like the spiral candies. I don't know what they're called. And then there's the stick candies and the candy corn. I think that's really fun. And then there's these pumpkins, the jack-o'-lanterns. He said he took the handles off of them this year because he realized that most crafters were taking the handles off. And I just want to point out, these are heavy duty. Like, I'm sure that's a resin of some sort, and they're hand painted is my understanding. But those aren't cheapo plastic things. Those are actually very nice quality. Very nice quality, which I shouldn't be surprised. Tim Holtz, you know, he prides himself on bringing a good product to the market. So, and then there's this pack of skulls. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 skulls. Oh, it says right there, 10 pieces. Can you see that? Those are fun. I know he's talked about the different skulls that he's brought to the market over the years. Those are fun. And then there's this pack of bones. I have different sizes of bones. Most of my bones, I think, are either from Dollar Tree or Michael's over the years. There's also, excuse me, it's called Graveyard. There's a couple of tombstones. There's a big, what is this called? Witch's broom and a cauldron. Those are cool. Then I actually got 2 of these because that bat is just gorgeous. I can't get enough of that bat. It's called Adornments Halloween. This guy goes on a stand. I have some of these from last year. But I bought 2 of these just for that bat. I like that bat. And then there's these spider charms, and then there's these Jolly Rogers, the skull and crossbone. I don't know how they will adhere. Hang on. No, so there's little loops on the ends of the spiders, so you can hang them. But there's no way to hang the others. So, I mean, that's not a problem for me. I just wondered if they had made accommodation for that. And then there's some drippy candles, and I know that Tammy Bastian was the inspiration for these. She created some of her own several years ago, and Tim picked up on that and got them made. Here's my second set of the Halloween adornments. I'm going to put them down here. And then there's also this 4-piece. It's called Conservatory, but they're basically like urns, and there's a pedestal. So those are very pretty. You can put whatever you want down inside of them. Those are fun. Fun, fun, fun. And I still have these from last year. This is this year's, but I did purchase these last year as well. I just think they're gorgeous. And I have to say that a little bit of Ideology that I do have, I tend to hoard because I don't want to run out of it. But I need to just use it, just like my other things that I'm bringing myself to use. So these are called Word Plaques and Tags. Found Objects, Curious Things, Bone Collector, potion, elixir, poison, and tonic. And these two say, oh, 31 and 13, and then 2 skull and crossbones. So those are fun. I like those. And then these are the baseboards. I'm going to pull these out. Let me move these aside because I always talk about how things get visually distracting. So I want to eliminate that for us. Things are going to start falling because they only stack so high. All right, before I open these, let me look at these. We've got the bubbles, so those are fun. I've seen him color those in lots of different ways. Then there's the mummy cloth. I've never had the mummy cloth before. There's also, what is he calling this? Just jute string. I love that. And there's also this, what is he calling this? Fringe. 2 strands, 75 yards each. And then there's also the Halloween 24 collage paper. I do still have this from last year. In fact, I have a project planned with that one, with this big haunted mansion. But those are really fun. And they're not specifically Halloween, right? I mean, they're spooky imagery, but not necessarily for Halloween. So they can be used at other times is what I'm saying. So Halloween transparencies, there's the cracked glass, there's the different butterfly or the bat wings, and then the actual broken glass as well. So those are really fun. So now I can scooch these out of the way, and then we can kind of do a deeper dive on some of this other stuff. So, baseboards. What all is in here? Oh, wow. That's a creepy door for sure. Now, I can already tell that a lot of these do not have to be specific for Halloween, right? They just aren't. They have a spooky vibe, no doubt. But like this could be a barn door. This could be any number of things. It could be a horse stall. And look at that. That's just beautiful. That could be a storefront. It could be a mansion. It could be looking out onto a snow scene. Those are great. And then there's these different planks, different sizes too. Different tones of brown and gray. Some of them are a little more jaggedy on the edges. That's really cool. Okay, I like those. And then there's 2 of these signs. One's larger, one's smaller, but those are fun. And then 2 of these signs, same thing with the size difference. Those are very fun. And then these word strips, Collector of Curiosities, The Gravekeeper, The Apothecary, Dreadfully Wicked, The Dead of the Night, Dearly Departed, Lost in the Darkness, From Regions Beyond, and A Strange Thing Happened. Love those. Those are so fun and mysterious and spooky and creepy and all the things. And then here is the ephemera pack Halloween. I am not going to pull all of these out, but I'll flip through a few of them because look, that's a lot. We're not going to look at all those. But I will pull them out and flip through a few. So there's some larger bits, some smaller bits. There's a moth, a tag. I'm not sure what those are. I can't really read that. It's a funny font. Something cigar. It's another one of those. Poison labels. I don't know if that's a moth or a butterfly. There's an owl. There's a playing card. Well, C.J. Nealon, physician and surgeon. Trim. Lots of different tags. Oh, there's one of the book covers. There's several of the book covers. I know he did a tutorial on how to make books with those book covers. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll make some of the little books. There's some different foliage pieces. There's a crow. Another trim tag. Oh, those are fun. Very interesting. And so many more in there. But if you didn't see him do his little tutorial on the book making, I would encourage you to hop over to his channel and see. Now these are layers and paper dolls, so it's both. Never had any of these either. I'm telling you, this is my first time for buying most types of ideology. So here's just lots of different fun things. Oh, wow. I thought that was an actual crease. Wow. A frame. Ooh, I don't like the spiders. Love the moon. Here's the other one. So we've got both of those. Okay. That's really cool, that Gothic cathedral. Oh, this moon, the man in the moon is really cool. These are fun. Look at some of the people. And they're different sizes, right? I happened to pull out some of the bigger ones, but there's different sizes in there. How fun. And I see some florally bits in there and some other odds and ends. Okay, those are fun, fun, fun. When I see him unveil these, though, they're not appealing to me for whatever reason. They're just not. But now that I have them, I'm so glad that I have them. Those are fun. All right, and then this is backdrops. Now, I do love his backdrops. I have a couple other backdrops for Christmas, actually. I don't think I have any Halloween backdrops. Hang on. And when they're like this, right, you can cut them down into bits and pieces if you want to. Oh, these are double-sided. Okay. And then the brick wall. These are fun to make die cuts with, too. Wow. Oh, I don't know if you saw that. All right, so those are the backdrops. Backdrops Halloween. So I do recognize some of them. They're from previous years, but he did say that. And then we've got Peculiar and Curious Things. These are the sticker, or this is the sticker book. So again, we're not going to stop on all the pages, but I love the sticker books. I love that these are in black and orange. And then you have some trims and some labels. These are, I guess, would end up being like a washi, right? Because they're stickers. And then these frames break down. So you have 1, 2, 3 pieces on each, actually. You have the brown and then this more ornate piece and then the inside photo. Each one breaks down like that. You can keep them together. And then there's different masks and the witch hats and the top hats and the skellies. And, excuse me, the witch hat has a slit here so you can put that down over the head of your character. And then here's where all the different little clippings and sayings come in. This is where you can build those creepy, creepy little stories that I love to do so much. So these are a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And then this one is Large Collage Strips Halloween 2024. So I think he said they just left things the way they are. Because they're not bringing out new product, remember? So they're just kind of revisiting some older stuff. And you can leave these as they are, or you can cut them down if you just want this bit. If you just want this family photo. If you just want a creepy girl. Bewitch, if you just want the little word tags. Cut them down. Those are fun. You're getting a lot with this pack, actually. I saw, I can't think of her name, but Cards and Coffee Time. She's used some of these. Love that. And she just picked and chose what she wanted and used them on her projects in a very fun way. These are great. With a haunted look in his eyes. These are so good. So good. And that, guys, is everything. So, wow. I'm so glad I did this. Like I said, this is my first time to buy, I can't say anything ideology because I've picked up a few things here and there over the years. But really, I have very little and am excited to have all of this. And I'm not going to get it all back over here, but I just wanted to kind of lay it out so you could kind of see what's in store if you are an ideology kind of person. If you've picked anything up, let me know what you selected. Did anybody else get the whole kit? Oh, maybe I am going to get it all back in here. Or not the whole kit, they're calling it a bundle. Did anybody else get the whole bundle? Am I the only one that's crazy? Surely not. Surely not. But I have to tell you, I'm not mad about it, and I'm thankful that I'm in a position this year that I could do it. I don't know that I would have done it previous years anyway, because my brain just wasn't there. But I'm excited to play with these things. I need to clear a day, clear my space, pull it out, get inspired, and just play. So that was fun, guys. Let me know your thoughts. And I'm not going to hold you hostage here any longer. Thanks for stopping by and spending this time with me. And until next time, y'all, this is Nancy, the Handy Scandy. Mwah. And I'm out.